Hello, everyone, and welcome to season 2 of WWH Podcast. I am Watchtower, and I am back with a new group of people. Well, one returning, so to speak, and a new person here. Well, I'll be introducing him in just a bit. But first, I would like to thank everybody for watching WrestleMania. That was huge. And also would like to thank everybody that's been following, subscribing, giving everything a lot of support, anything that you can. So let's move on. Of course, we have the returning Chris Matthews. Chris, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you fuckers doing?
All right, and we have a new person here, and that is Paul Sinclair. Paul, how are you doing?
You're quite welcome to have me on board.
Really?
Yes.
This is the
Yeah.
first time that we have Paul Sinclair on. He is the manager to quite a few people. I believe Dean Ambrose.
I am the manager of managers.
Yeah. So,
Dude, I should hire you as a manager.
You can't afford me, son.
Hey, I make plenty of good money.
all right. Well, first off, let's just go into last week's showdown. We'll talk about your guys, or at least your guy, in a bit, because he wrestled last week, Sinclair.
Oh, yes, he did.
All right, so let's talk about the dark matches first. We had Asuka versus Skull Crusher the Clown. Asuka won. Match two.
Now that was funny.
Oh, really? In
Why
what?
are we having a clown in the wrestling business? Can we just call him Doink? Be so much easier.
Well, that's.
And there's like 50
Yeah.
billion Doinks, and no disrespect to the original Doink, but there's like 50 billion Doinks in the WWE. Can't we just call him Doink?
Well, that's a whole different question for a whole nother time.
Yes.
I expect an answer now.
Well, WWE is not around. We bought them out.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Well, you do have fuck you money, so what am I saying?
Okay, now you're just talking out of your ass now. So stay quiet while I go
My
over the dark.
ass.
Just enough. All right. Match two. We've got Big E versus Ace Michaels versus Otaki, and Big E won the match. Match three. We had Carson Hawthorne versus Kinley Crow, and Carson won the match. And the main event, it was Alan Giuliano, or Giuliano, whichever how you ever want to go by, against Latoya Hicks, and Alan won that. So they'll be making their debuts next week, or this coming week, actually, on Showdown.
His name is Alan, whatever your last name is. All
Is he
cares
Spanish?
about is his name is Winner.
His name is Winner in the end. That's all that matters.
Yes.
All right. Now, match one of Showdown last week, it was Chris Orton versus your guy, Dean Ambrose, Paul.
Yes.
Now, it was a good match. It was very good, but in the
No,
end,
no, 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 no. It was a great match. My man he never does just good matches. He does great matches.
Well,
And
he
what
does
was the
have
out? And
he
what
does
was the
have better
outcome?
mic skills than you do, apparently.
well, in the end, Dean Ambrose did get the win.
Thank
so,
you.
Not surprising.
so it was still a very good match because Chris Orton did get some offense in there and he did his best. Even came close at one point, I believe. So, Chris Orton came close to beating Dean Ambrose, but it wasn't enough. So, there's that.
Exactly.
Uh,
It wasn't enough.
After that,
Even his best wasn't good enough.
yeah, sometimes that's how it goes. The next match was Sarah Frost versus Bailey, and Bailey ended up getting the win.
It's Bailey.
So,
I need to get a hug from her one of these days. I never got a hug yet.
so she's proving why she's the Bombshells champion, why she's a strong Bombshells champion, and we'll talk more about that a little later. After that, we had Red Dragon versus Robert Saint, and this one was a very good match in itself. This was, I guess, one of the tougher matches for Red Dragon, since Red Dragon's been on a little mini streak. He did win Andre the Giant not Andre the Giant, Sisters of Fate Battle Royal. I almost said that. I was very close. Um, but he won the Battle Royal, and now he's kind of hinting at going after the Hardcore Championship.
No, 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 no. Not happening.
And why do you say that?
Should we go down this road? See, my client, Dean,
Okay.
already has this title in the bag. So,
Uh, I gotta stop
Red
you at that.
Dragon.
As much as Dean Ambrose is good, he wouldn't be able to beat Blackout.
well,
Oh,
that
really?
remains to be seen.
Well, I give respect to Dean Ambrose. Don't get me wrong, but Blackout is no pushover. Believe me.
Hey, Dean's not gonna push. Dean's not gonna push. Blackout's gonna get knocked out.
And he'll just he'll get right back up. Trust me. I seen him in the ring more than one occasion. He always get back up.
Hey, if he wants to no sell, okay.
Well-
Not what I meant. I mean, Blackout is not, like I said, not no pushover. He'll give Dean Ambrose a run for his money.
Paul, you're kind of hinting that Dean Ambrose is going after the Hardcore Championship.
No, 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 no. Not
Okay.
hinting. We are.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Well, at least there's a title that Dean Ambrose can actually win, because I don't think he will ever win the world.
All right. All right. We'll see what happens when it happens.
Exactly.
But in the end, Robert Saints defeated Red Dragon, so that kind of makes it a little more interesting if Robert Saints is going after the Hardcore title now. You know, a lot of good competition in both the Hardcore title reign and the International title reign. You know, a lot of choices there for everybody.
That's all right. I'm keeping my eye open.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a manager of managers.
Yeah. So the next match after that was CM Punk versus Annalise Vance, and Annalise Vance defeated CM Punk, which makes you think a little bit if CM Punk if he's all there ever since losing the tag titles at WrestleMania, if his mind just isn't in there, like if it's not motivated enough ever since losing gold.
Hmm. It was easy. Punk got pumped.
Yeah, that's pretty much how when it came down to.
Mhm.
But will it be all right next week or this coming week? Because his partner now will be Martin's in action. So will it be the same fate too? Like, is her head in there or not? You know.
We'll see. I mean, she's got a good match coming up herself. So I mean, her and Carmella. So that's gonna be pretty good. But yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah.
Keep on.
After that, match 5, it was Equinox versus Austin Aries. And this one was a match that everyone was kind of looking forward to, but Austin did his best, but in the end, Equinox just kind of made him look like a fool. Gonna makes you think where Austin's head is at this coming week. So we'll figure out by then. Match 6, it was Scotty Beast versus Brad Blevins, and this was Scotty's last night in WWH as well. So
Na 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 na.
yeah, so it kind of makes you think a little bit as to why it was kind of random for him just to be like, oh, I'm done, but he didn't really give an excuse or anything like that.
So that goes to show you that you don't have what it takes to be in World Wrestling Headquarters.
Yeah, so Brad Blevins defeated him, and Brad is also kind of hinting that he's going after a championship. So
Well, technically, would he be in a rematch clause? Because even though his buddy Brady But then he walked down with that title. Won't he still be entitled to a rematch clause then?
It's a little tough because he necessarily didn't win it, or nor was he the actual champion. If that makes sense. All he did was just fill in for Brady. He didn't really say.
He was a placeholder.
Yeah, he was basically a placeover holder. Um,
Unlike my client, who's a real champion.
Oh, okay, all right, all right. But finally, the main event. It was the Order versus the Enigmatic Consumption.
Enigmatic, egg. Now you're making me get confused. Enigmatic, enigmatic consumption.
I just say consumption. I'm just gonna go with that because that's a tough
You
word
go
to
for
say.
EC.
EC, yeah, I'll just say EC.
EC.
The EC.
That's
And this match was a lot of people were watching. A lot of people were sitting down in the back. They were watching this match. It was two of the toughest tag teams out there, aside from Finn and Equinox. That it's almost as if they were showing that the tag division is doing just fine. But in the end, EC got the win, proving that they were the better team. But it feels like as Phantom and Blackout were leaving, if you saw, Blackout was looking back at both Matthews and Fields as if he has plans for them. So it kind of makes you think what's going on with that. So
I think I saw Blackout's tooth flying out of his mouth after I smacked him with the blueprint.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think you might need to go to the dentist and check out his mouth. His mouth checked out.
Okay. Well, maybe that's probably what he did. He probably looked back at you thinking like, this guy kicked my tooth out.
It might make him prettier. Might have made him prettier.
Oh, so you're saying that actually helped him?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I wouldn't doubt it.
All right.
Ugly son of a bitch.
All right. That's it. Happens.
So pretty much like y'all, both of y'all, like I told you before, we started this. Y'all, both of y'all have perfect faces for radio. Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Very funny. Very funny. Wouldn't your voice technically work too, since you're doing an audio show with us?
Hey.
Just saying, you kind of dug yourself into that one. So moving on.
Yes, moving on.
Let's talk about Showdown upcoming card, actually. It's taking place in Laramie, Wyoming. And we'll talk about the
I love that place.
Oh, really? You've been there?
What was I supposed to do? A house show?
Yeah, you did a house show. Which, by the way, let's go over that house show real quick. Because it took place in Missoula, Montana, I believe. Missoula, Montana. And we just had another house show tonight, so the results will be going up real quick, too. But we'll go over Fridays, which is Randy Fields defeated Finn Balor. Nick Sanderson defeated Robert Saints, which a lot of people said those two matches were really good. Chris Matthews and Equinox, they fought to a double countout. The New Day defeated Soraya Waters and Otaki. Bailey and Carmella defeated Asuka and Sarah Frost. And Austin Aries defeated your boy, Mr. Sinclair, Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, don't remind me.
He beat him.
He beat him. So now we talk about...
That's money out of my pocket.
Yeah, so now we're going to talk about the Showdown card, if you guys are ready to go. So far, is there any comments that you guys want to say?
Well, now I'll wait till the end of this podcast to tell you what I need. Because I just got a message from Son Owner who wants to talk to you about something.
Okay. All right. Well, match 1 for Showdown is Kinley Crow versus Harley Quinn. This is a make or break match. Basically, what that means is these two have to really show their efforts. they have to show that they want to be here. But if they don't, if neither show that effort, then they're both released. Match 2, it's Triple H, who's making his debut, versus Lacey Vicious. So that'll be an interesting one to see. Match 3 is Skull Crusher the Clown versus Harlow Michaels. This is the same thing for Skull Crusher, actually, for the make or break. He needs to put in more effort. And finally, the main event, the dark main event at least, it's the New Day with Xavier Woods and Big E versus John Blade and LaToya Hicks.
John Blank and LaToya Hicks would win that one.
I just want to think of something here. All right, get this. All right, the New Day. Maybe you can answer this for me.
You're asking for a friend. Is that what you're saying?
Adrian's not a friend to anybody. He's a dick.
See, the thing is, all right, the New Day is 3 people, right? Okay. If 2 of them are in a match, why? If you're booking the New Day, then any 2 can be in the match, right?
Not in this case, because it's a dark. We're not going the Freebird rule here, okay? It's only Xavier and Biggie.
What's wrong with Freebirds?
Didn't say anything, but we're not going with the Freebird rule where it could be any of the 3. It says right there Xavier and Biggie. Kofi, he's gonna probably be booked next week, so.
Fair enough.
So, and plus, if you think about it, knowing them, they're gonna be like, no, you rest, like, like they're gonna be like, no, you got a big match next week, so we got this, But knowing John Blade and LaToya, they're probably gonna go all out as well, because John Blade, best wrestler ever, as a lot of people would say.
Goddamn legend.
Yeah, who knows? I'm surprised you haven't managed him yet, Paul.
Not yet, but I got an open booking.
It's somewhere in there that it might happen, right? So.
Yeah, I'm not saying it won't.
He doesn't need Paul Sinclair. Blade's a freaking legend.
all right. Fair enough. Now the main card, its first match is a triple threat, which is 2 people that are debuting on the main card. It's Alan Giuliano versus Carson. Winner, I guess you could say. Alan Winner, because versus Carson Hawthorne versus Chris Orton. So 2 people that are debuting on the main roster versus a veteran. So this should be an interesting match, so to speak.
Yeah, the veteran that my client beat.
Yeah, that's true too. Well,
all right.
Now, match 2, we've got Austin Aries versus another debut on the main card, Otaki. That'll be an interesting one to see.
Who's Otaki? All right, Otaki was. Never mind.
Yeah,
those mushrooms are good.
Yeah.
You eat mushrooms?
Mushroom.
He said Otaki, so
It's.
Oh shiitake mushroom.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Match 3, we've got Carmella versus Naomi Martin with CM Punk in her corner. So remember when we said that CM Punk's not all there in the head? So in a way, could this be the same for Naomi Martin?
I mean, Carmella had been on a little roll, and like I said, and I always think, I think Carmella would be a great contender to be in a triple threat match with Lacey Von Erich and Bayley, make it a triple threat instead of a singles, because I think Carmella deserves it.
That could happen. That could possibly happen. Carmella was runner-up in the Bombshells Gauntlet at WrestleMania,
which makes her probably.
But here's the thing too, she did lose to Lacey in a number 1 contendership match.
Yeah, that's true. But you also got to think Carmella was runner-up, which makes her high up there.
She's high up there, but she did lose to Lacey. So, in a way, as much as we want as much as you guys, at least you suggested, Matthews, that it should be a triple threat, she lost. She lost to Lacey. What can you do? That's how it goes.
You're right. Okay, I get that, but I still think it would be a great matchup, and I'm sure the fans would enjoy it.
I'm sure probably the only way to get Riley's attention is she has to make an impact somehow. Because this week there's a contract signing between Bailey and Lacey Von Erich. So if somehow she gets herself in there and makes an impact somehow, then perhaps Riley will add her as a triple threat.
Man,
So
I'll tell her to attack both of them. Attack both of them and put her name in there. This
you
shall be in there.
you're a bad influence.
Damn
Hey,
straight I am.
hey, I do the same thing. If I had
You
the
see?
opportunity,
The mouth of the South is agreeing with me. I'm sorry, the manager of managers.
exactly. Thank you.
Now,
But
match 4, we have the hardcore champion Blackout with Phantom in his corner going.
Soon to be my client. Thank you.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Didn't I tell you?
No.
Spoiler.
That's definitely news right there.
hmm,
But
Black, huh?
but
I
it'll
think
be
I,
but it'll
I think
be
I can. Go ahead.
but it'll be Blackout, the current hardcore champion with Phantom in his corner, going up against Red Dragon.
Mm,
So, like we said, Red Dragon's been on on a winning streak, so to speak, except for last week. He did win the Sisters of Fate Battle Royal, so in a
mm.
way, it's kind of him hinting that he wants to go after gold now. So I think his eyes are set on the hardcore title. Now,
Just
match.
don't get used to it.
na-
Blackout gave me a stink eye. One of us a stink eye last week. I think I want to go in there this week and kick him right in the face again.
Now,
Mm,
is it just me or does Red Dragon scare you when you look at him?
does he scare you, Paul?
Yes.
Coward.
It took him a little while to answer. He's like, "Well,
What's funny is
I
I
gotta
known
tilt my
Red
head a
Dragon
little bit."
for a very long time.
Yeah,
And at first I was scared of him, but there's really nothing to be scared of him. Till you actually get in the ring with him. Then
right.
you should be terrified. But Red Dragon's really not all that bad of a person. I mean, but get him in the ring, you better watch out. He'll scare the living daylight out of you.
Yeah, he is a very good wrestler. So
Yep,
we'll
I
see
got
how.
I got put through a barbed wire table from him, and it freaking killed me. Oh, it would hurt so much.
All right, all right. Match 5, we had Brad Blevins versus Equinox with Finn Balor in his corner. So this should be an interesting match in itself, because Brad is friends with Brady, who Brady beat Equinox.
Mhm.
So in a way, you can kind of consider this like a revenge match, so to speak. So
Prevent this? Yeah. I like you said, it's a revenge match, but you're facing the current tag champions.
that's the only difference. That is that for Brad, that could, if he beats Equinox, then all he needs to do is find a partner that he can trust.
My
And
client, thank you.
your client, really? Okay. All
See,
right.
I would if I could,
Okay.
but I can't, and I'm not.
All right. All right. Fair enough. So match 6, the other tag team champion Finn Balor with Equinox in his corner going up against Robert Saints. Another interesting match. Now, let's say Robert Saints and Brad Blevins beat both Equinox and Finn Balor. Do you think they'll probably end up teaming up and going after the tag titles?
That's a good point.
Uh,
It could be a good team. I mean, if somehow Brad actually beats Equinox and Robert Saints beat Finn, I said then that means I would definitely say another triple threat match at the pay per view because they did technically beat the champions.
That's true too, but that's only if because we don't know how they'll feel after they realize like, oh, dang, we beat the champions. Maybe we should team up, that type of deal.
Well,
And
hey,
I know a thing about teaming ups. I mean, I know a thing about teaming up with someone. If you have someone to watch your back, which I think Brad and Robert could do, then I think you could make a good tag team if you have someone to trust. to watch your back and be able to get the victory.
That's
Well, hey,
true.
I know Dean will be all right with this. If they decide to team up, you want to go be as champions? Pick me as your manager, and I'll guarantee you a win.
Wait, now here, okay, since you brought that up, aren't you technically working? I mean, you're working for Dean, so to speak, right? Or is he working for you?
No. Dean works for me.
So why do you need to go to Dean in order to be like he'll be okay with this if he's working for
That's not
you?
what I'm saying.
You kind of mentioned that earlier.
See, this here. Okay. Either way, I'm gonna have a
I
title.
I confused him.
Either way, I'm going to have a title
All right, okay, all right,
on my side.
okay, all right, all right. It just doesn't matter which title. You just want that extra pay, right? Is that what you're saying? You want that extra.
Hey,
You
we're
want that.
all in this for the money.
Yeah. So the main event is bigger than Paul's clients here. If we want to say anything.
Anything's bigger than Paul's client.
But not my ego.
I don't know. I still think you kind of have an ego.
All right. Well, it's the former international champion Jacob Cass teaming up with the world heavyweight champion Randy Fields, going up against the current international champion Caleb Foster, and the number one contender for the world title, excuse me, Nick Sanderson. That is a big main event. That's a huge main event. That already people are excited for it, and that's up this week on Showdown. And
Mhm.
Matthews, I could already tell you're probably gonna try something because you're part of Fields' little stable that you're his follower. You know. You know.
Well, come on. That is so low, man.
But am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but that's still low.
But are you not a follower?
I don't think I see me as a follower. I see me as an acquaintance who happens to follow Fields.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, whatever makes you happy. So.
I will get over there and I'll kick you in the nuts and you'll smile about it.
That doesn't work anymore. I mean, you tried that with Riley, and she almost broke your jaw at WrestleMania.
It doesn't work anymore, so you don't have
But I
to.
still won. I still won.
You still won, yeah, but you got owned by a staff member.
Yeah, I think I should sue her for that.
No, because
I feel violated.
No, not really, because you were the one that touched her first.
I didn't do nothing. I was thrown into her. Everybody's seen it.
Yeah, but that still counts as you running into her, so that still counts as touching.
Well, I mean, she did have a nice body, but come on.
Wow.
Well, if we're going to mention staff, shouldn't I be a part of the staff, seeing that I have to put up with you two on this podcast?
No. You technically work for me. Remember that. you're a manager, but you do have a contract with me.
My contract, yeah.
So I wouldn't try anything like that. Now let's talk about the segments that some people have required time on for
Yes,
Showdown. So we have a contract signing that Riley created. She wanted time on this to make this official with Bailey and Lacey Von Erich. We also have the New Day. They wanted time. They requested time for Showdown too. So they have something planned. They're probably hinting on going after the tag titles. You never know.
But get to the best part of the whole show.
Robert Saints requested time.
Whoa. All right, I'll let you slide on that one.
Because he might be hinting at going after the hardcore. Then we have our guest here. He requested time on, so he's gonna be.
I'm going to take the show over because this will be the best segment of the entire show.
So
You're
who's
welcome.
rank? Who's ranked Paul's stuff then?
Oh, that's a good question.
I
Is
write
that
my own.
All right, so
I don't
Paulson,
need no script writers. I don't need no dirt sheet writers.
we don't
well? Then
have.
what's the
Well, we
point of
don't.
having
We don't.
ghostwriters?
Well, we don't have that. So, where'd you get that idea, Matthews?
None your business.
Yeah, he's not all there. So yeah,
I'm all
Paul.
there. I just don't care.
That's what everybody says, but really, you care. So now,
I care about me getting another title around my waist.
all right, okay,
I
yeah,
want blackout.
really.
Huh? Come on.
A lot of
Put me in the
people,
match with them.
a lot of people have been wanting against Blackout. I mean, you got Red Dragon, you got Robert Saints, you got Blevins, now Matthews, now
Well,
Dean
I'm the most
Ambrose.
important one.
Who?
I'm the important one.
Oh, so you're
Mhm.
saying that you're more important than Dean Ambrose?
Damn straight I am. I'm better than anybody out there.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right.
All
Now,
right, next week, Dean Ambrose versus Chris Matthews. Let's see who walks out. When becomes number one contender.
Let's see who walks out
Let's
or
see who
who's
walks
carried
out
out.
with.
oh, who? Now let's make this a little more interesting, because knowing Riley, she's probably gonna want to do something to make it special. We'll make it
It is special.
okay, special. All
We're
right.
involved.
Well, that. Let's make it a steel cage match.
Hey,
Mm.
whichever way you want to bleed.
An exploding steel cage match.
What the? Man, your family's nuts. Have your family been in an asylum before?
We tried. That tried with Eliza, and it turns out they ended up going into the asylum because Eliza convinced them to. So
See, the thing you don't
So
realize
what?
about
So
what you just said.
so what are we doing here? Is it next week or at the pay per view?
next week. Well, we can actually, since because we'll talk about proving ground in a little bit, but let's finish off the segments. We've got Asuka talking about, the Soulless Kingdom, because she requested this. She wanted to get her frustrations out, it seems, but apparently Jacob Cass is going to be there with her, talking for her, so she might say some things. And then we have Conrad Rab. So wherever he's at, apparently he's in Japan, so we gotta send him to the WWH building over in Japan so since he requested
Find,
it. Yeah. So since
find him more crack.
so since he requested it, we gotta, see what he wants. Now, proving ground. This is our
Mhm.
one of our big events, since this is technically a reset button since WrestleMania has ended now. This is for new contenders, new talent to showcase, new chapters, things like that. It's taking place in Provo, Utah at the Marriott Center. Now, match one, we don't have a match yet, so this could technically be Chris Matthews versus Dean Ambrose in a steel cage match.
Hey, as long as it's match number one, because my client is number one.
Oh.
But he is a cutting joker, so
Hey,
that.
hey, we may be, but
I will say this though.
Okay.
I'll give respect to was respect is due. From what I have seen of Dean, I give him plenty of respect, but I just don't want to see how well he can do against someone who's main event status.
Oh, so.
Okay.
All right.
all right. Hey, all I gotta say is this is match number one, because we're going to start the show. And
That'll probably be the
take
best,
the show.
probably the best match of the night.
You never
Of
know.
course.
You never know. All
Of
right.
course, because we're in it.
All right. All right. I'll talk with Riley about it, and once everything's in place, it'll be that. Match two, Bailey going against Lacey Von Erich versus for the Bombshells Championship. Bailey has been showing that she's a strong champion. She won the gauntlet match. She beat Sarah Frost this week on Showdown, or this past week actually. So she's showing that she could handle it. But at the same time, you had Lacey Von Erich, who was in third place at the gauntlet match, and she was on a winning streak beforehand. So it kind of makes you think: can Bailey defeat Lacey Von Erich? Does she have the power to stop the Von Erich here, or will Lacey lock in the Von Erich claw?
See, the thing is with this match here, is proving ground. So basically, can Lacey prove herself worthy of a championship?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now, see, Bailey doesn't have to beat Lacey. Lacey has to beat Bailey.
Yeah. And this is also, and like you said, this is a good way for her to prove that she can be a champion. Now, this is also kind of technically a proving ground for Bailey too, because this is her first defense. So if she's pretty much proving that she can be a strong champion. But at the same time, if she doesn't, then would her reign be a fluke? So there's a lot to prove there. Match 3, we have the hardcore title between Blackout and whoever the number 1 contender is. It could be Red Dragon. It could be Robert Saints. It could be Brad Blevins. It could be anybody.
Well, I'm pretty sure, if they make it, if they sign the match that I want for match 1, I'm pretty sure I've got enough time to get my client prepared during match 2 for match 3.
So
because that hardcore title is coming home.
well, during that match, obviously there would probably be a contender already, because that'd be kind of crazy, so to speak, if you think about it.
Hey,
There is one match for the hardcore match. There is something I would like to see. I'd like to see teammate against teammate, Blackout versus Phantom. Let's see who's more dangerous.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I mean, I've seen them go at it before in TWE, and it was brutal. So I would actually like to see that again and see who would walk out as champion.
Okay, that would actually be very interesting, because we've seen how they are in the ring, and we've seen how Phantom was at WrestleMania against Stefan Raab, and we've seen how Blackout was in that hardcore match too at WrestleMania for the title.
And he pushing Caleb onto a flaming table, and got the win on the car. That was amazing.
Yeah, so these two can bring it, and then also them together fight titles at Mania too.
But the question is, will they be able to handle facing each other and then teaming up to win the title?
That's a good point. Which leads to match 4, which is the tag team championship with the High Spot Demons, with Finn Balor and Equinox going up against the Order, which is Blackout and Phantom. So, what do you guys think of that? Like, these are two strong teams here, and the Order pretty much proved that they are main event status, especially this past week. Even though they lost, they show that they can handle a strong team like Fields and Matthews here.
They did bring it at last week, and I'll give them that much for that.
Well, honestly, this would be something if Blackout was to battle Phantom, okay, and then right after that they were to go into this tag match for the titles.
Right.
So how
hurt it will Blackout be, basically?
Exactly. Exactly. They'd beat the hell out of each other. Just minutes before a tag match for the title.
Blackout did get hurt at WrestleMania. Phantom did get hurt at WrestleMania also, but they went in there and eliminated the original tag team champions, which gave them high up there. That gave them high up on the list of respect and the fact that they can bring it no matter what match they've been in before.
Hey, I'm just trying to get paid. So hey, if the Order wants to put in an order for my service, I'll be glad to give them the title.
You are just plugging away, trying to get something in this, huh?
I have to get paid some way.
You get paid from Dean Ambrose and Adrian Page. Come on, man. Stop being greedy.
Oh boy.
You
That
take
just
it where
reminds
you
me, I
can
need my
get it.
raise.
What raise?
I demand a raise for being like the top talent in your company.
You get paid more than enough as it is.
I don't care. I want more.
Now you gotta stop being greedy.
I want my salary tripled.
You gotta prove it.
I do prove it every night.
I don't know where, but
At your house, it's lucky. Bam.
wow.
I'm such a
That's
stinker.
That's all right. You take your, your triple. You've got triple, but I've got six figures. So
Yeah, I already got six figures. I already got more than that, and I'll get triple that.
Okay. All right. Now, match 5 is the international title, which is a quit match between Caleb Foster and Jacob Cass. And these two have flat out. It's been proven in Showdown lately that they just don't like each other.
So this being an I quit match, is this just saying, I quit,
Yeah, basically.
WWH, or is just this saying
Just saying
I
I
quit.
just saying I quit.
Let's talk about like I quit like Rock versus Mankind. Classic match at what was it? Warble.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
That's the kind of I quit. That's the kind of I quit that they're talking about. I mean, I'm personally looking forward to this one. I mean, everything. It's gonna be an interesting match, I think.
All right. And then finally, the World Heavyweight title on the line with Randy Fields as the current champion going up against Nick Sanderson. Now, Sanderson has been waiting ever since WrestleMania for this. He was close to winning, but then damage cost him the match. He won by DQ. So now he's wanting that payback. He's basically wanting like, hey, I want Fields like with no interference, because after what happened is that Sanderson and Damage faced each other and he ended up breaking Damage's arm. So Damage is off for about 3 months now.
That was pretty bad, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very bad. I mean, Logan healed him, but the rehab is gonna take a long time. So, but other than that, let's talk to Paul here, since he's our guest this week.
Yes.
Now, what is your
Highly paid and mostly favored. Yes.
All right. Now, what is your client? What does he have plans for? I mean, he won his match this week. What is his current game plan right now?
Right now, my clients. Well, you'll find that out come Showdown.
Oh, really?
Yes, all of you will find out. I'm not gonna give you any spoilers right now, but I will say that the hardcore title, it's in our sights.
Oh, really?
So, to whoever the champion will be, whether it be Blackout or whoever, we're coming.
I'm still kind of pushing for Phantom and Blackout at Proving Grounds. And you got to admit, Paul, that you have to admit that would be a great match to see. That would be like a very interesting match to see, partner against partner for the title.
Well,
that may be true, but hey.
I mean, just think about it. If they can walk out, one of them can walk out as hardcore champion, then walk out as team, that's history making right there.
Could be, but come Proving Ground, that's a big payday, and we all know I'm all about the money.
Damn greedy bastard. then again, this is coming from someone who wants to be triple A's.
Now, here's an interesting question. Your stepsister got hired as the assistant general manager there, Matthews.
Yep.
How are you feeling with that?
I hate it. I hate you. I hate your family. I hate everything that you just did. You just made you hate me.
Yeah, so
You hate me. You hired my stepsister as general manager. You hate me.
no, we didn't hate you. That you you blame Riley for that because they met up with each other and they got along fine. He goes, I want her at my side to run Showdown with me.
Hmm.
So that's what happened. That's sometimes whatever um, whatever Riley wants. Sometimes it's a little tough, but she gets it.
Hmm.
So that's how Riley is sometimes.
Hmm. Well, I'll put it out there too. Yes, I'm a man of many hats. So if you're needing an actual real, truly genuine general manager, I'm here at your expense.
You do know that if I hire you as general manager, you lose your actual manager stuff. You lose all that in order so that way you can concentrate more on being a GM.
We'll discuss this later.
He's like, but I'm making. Of course, the greediness comes out where he's like, I'm doing good.
Hey, if I can make more as a general manager than I do now, then we can talk.
But right now, I believe Paige and Riley and Lisa, they're doing fine. So
Hey, if he wants to be general manager, let him at it. I'll tell. I may not like my stepsister, but she'll be good in the ring. If he wants to be general manager, then let him.
Hey, I might book a better card.
well, that's technically not up to you there. Riley gets the final say as far as I know. But other than that, is there Matthews? You said you had something to say.
Yeah, that. I was talking with Rock and Roll God, the owner of ECWF, and he wants to do a joint pay-per-view. WWH versus ECWF.
Hmm.
Is there a reason?
Yeah. Let me text him back and let's see.
But all right. But other than that, we will call it a night because it is almost reaching an hour. It's already 50 minutes into it. So I would like to thank Paul Sinclair here. I would like to thank Chris Matthews. Make sure to catch these guys on Showdown because they are part of our talented competition. And make sure to tune into Showdown this week. And also, if you were at the house show tonight, let us know and we will give you a shout out. We'll be posting pictures up from the event as well tonight, so make sure to check that out. And make sure to follow us, subscribe, add us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at WWH and make sure to check out Proving Ground. Proving Ground just got sold out, so a full 20,000 people will be there.
And I like to point out,
thank me
watch
later.
my stream on Twitch.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, that's very random, Matthews. But all right.
That's who I am. I'm random.
All right. But make sure to tune in on Showdown this week, and we'll see you guys again next time. See you guys.